Anger. We've all felt it before. Do you let it control you? By the end of the video, you will have the tools that'll make you go from this, yo, mother, did you cut me off? To this. That's okay, you can cut me off. For those of you that don't know me, I am Antonio Cuciniello. I am passionate about self-improvement. I believe that no matter what you are facing, you can overcome it. And that's what this channel is for. Anger can get the best of us sometimes. But here are some things that I found that can help you overcome your problems and be in control of your emotions again. Let me tell you about Anton. He is someone that gets triggered real easily while driving. He's a crazy driver that's gotten 5 tickets in the past week, simply because of road rage. Every day while Anton is driving to work, people just cut him off. Now, there are a few things that Anton can do to reduce his anger and prevent anger from bothering him in the future. The first thing he can do is to not vent. Normally, as soon as Anton gets cut off, he just starts screaming. What the f***, man? Did you not see me in the left lane? All of that the venting does is it causes him to feed into that anger even more. And when he feeds into his anger even more, what happens is he spills over. That anger spills over into other areas of his life. He starts getting angrier at the littlest things, like when food doesn't taste as perfect as he expected it to. Or at his daughter for simply just asking him a question. After watching this video, Anton realized when he was angry and when he was about to vent. Right before he started cursing, he stopped himself, realizing that by cutting it off, he cuts off any future possibilities of anger affecting him. What the? It's okay, Anton. You can do this. No venting. The next thing that Anton can do is to change the story that he's telling himself. The anger that Anton is feeling is coming from the perception, his perception of the situation. So when a car triggers him as they cut him off in front of work, as he's going to work, he usually believes that people are doing it to spite him. Which, I mean, if you think about it, is usually not the case. I don't get it. Did you not see me? Are you blind? Instead, Anton decides to change his perception and the story that he has behind it. He convinces himself and tells himself that they just didn't see him, and they're also just trying to get to work. They're not doing it because they don't like Anton or because they don't give a crap about Anton. Instead, he realizes that they're just doing it because they're normal human beings who need to get where they're trying to go. You know, they're probably just normal people who have places to go, probably have to go to work. How could I even blame them for that? If you're interested in seeing a video on this topic, make sure to click the link in the card above on how emotions are processed. Now, when Anton is angry, he feels this surge of energy from within inside of him. He feels like he has enough energy to want to flip his car over. He has a better solution than doing that, right? Flipping his car over is going to get him absolutely nowhere. So instead of taking that negative energy by screaming or venting or doing something stupid like flipping your car over, wouldn't it be much better to place that energy somewhere else? So he decides to hold it in, and then when he gets to work, he does 100 jumping jacks as soon as he gets out of his car. Oh, wow, I am not in shape to do 100 jumping jacks, that's for sure. That soothes him down. Sometimes you're gonna need to get that energy out one way or another. Why not do it in a positive way by choosing to exercise rather than choosing to use it in a negative way? Those negative ways will get you nowhere. Going off the last point, instead of deciding to channel that energy in a negative way, find a way you can use it in a positive way that's maybe not just exercising. What Anton does is he channels that energy and uses it to focus on his work. He gets so mad from people cutting him off that now he has this unlimited energy inside of him that he uses to focus on getting his job done as a programmer. He gets into flow easily and he can focus like that. Yeah, I was pretty angry, so I actually wrote like 2 300-page books in the last 3 hours. Using that anger allows him to get so much more work done. Now, sometimes when Anton is angry from the cars cutting him off, the only thing that he can do is really be negative and angry. The mind can only be in one state at a time. It's not just for Anton, it's for everyone. He has to find a way to become positive and change that negative state into a positive state. So he starts to think about all the things that he can do to make himself positive. And the first thing that comes to mind is making himself laugh. If he's laughing, he definitely will not be angry, that's for sure. So he pulls up some famous YouTube videos that he really thinks are funny. I don't know what it is, but just sniffing books makes me feel like I'm in heaven. Yeah, sure. I love that guy, Antonio. He's so funny. Now that he's laughing, he's not in a negative state. He's in a positive state. And now he can go on and be more productive with his day instead of letting the anger control him. Sometimes when Anton is angry or negative, the only thing that he can really think about is the fact that he's angry. When he tries to think about something else, those angry thoughts keep coming in at him through his head. So he needs a way to focus. So what he does is he pulls out his phone and downloads the Headspace app and tries to meditate. Meditation and relaxation is one of the best ways to calm yourself down and avoid being in an angry state and coming into a neutral state where you can now go on with your day and focus. This is not a sponsor, by the way, for Headspace. I've just been using it and I really like it, and I'm a pro of meditation, so make sure to check it out. Meditation allows him to focus on one thing instead of the 300 different thoughts that were running through his head at once. Gives him clarity and now allows him to move forward and start taking action. I'm nice and relaxed now. Now, when he's angry, Anton has all these thoughts in his head, right? Like we just mentioned. One of those thoughts is how he just wants to ram into the back of that other person's car or cut him off. Or how he wants to cut off this Honda Civic to the right of him. What he needs to do is see his thoughts as a third-party perspective and realize how stupid they are. That's what I talk about when I'm talking about notebook sessioning. You pull out a notebook and you start writing down how you feel. So that's exactly what Anton does. He pulls out a notebook and starts writing down how he feels. I hate that car's cut me off. I just need to watch Antonio's channel to feel better. That's the only thing he can do to see his ideas in a third-party perspective and realize that cutting someone else off or ramming into the Honda Civic is not a good idea and will just lead to so many more problems down the line. What are you waiting for? Take Anton's story, and if you can resonate with any one of these tips, make sure to implement them in your life today. Make sure to watch the videos at the end, as they will help you with your problems. No matter what they are, you can overcome it.